All right, we got severe weather. We're keeping an eye on here across the southeast. Let's start off with taking a look at some of the analysis of what's going on here across the southeast. What you're looking at here, this is the meso-analysis of what's going on as far as wind shear. We're looking at helicity here, and 600 meters per meter squared is just unbelievable amount of rotation here in northern Mississippi, northern Alabama. This is eventually going to shift our direction as we go through the night and into tomorrow. Taking a look at the probabilities here, high risk across the south. This is very rare. You maybe get this 1 or 2 times a year. On top of that, look at the tornado threat. 30%. I mean, 5% typically is a pretty high probability for tornadoes. 30% is just unheard of and very rare to see this. Hail parameters up there around 40%. Wind parameters about 45%. You can see the high risk there across the southeast, and then tomorrow we're going to be in the slight risk across these areas. So we'll have to keep a really close eye overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. But as I take a look at that analysis page again, and what I'm looking at here is basically where we're looking at for the highest dew points right now. The highest dew points are coming up from the Gulf Coast into Mississippi and Alabama. So you can see the slug of moisture here. This is going to shift east. And then when you look at the wind shear is confined over that same area. And then when we take a look at the cape, the amount of cape we have to work with across these areas, this is surface-based cape. They're all bullseyed over Mississippi right now, but eventually this is going to shift to the east. So let's take a look at the radar across the Carolinas. Not much going on. We'll take a look at the terminal Doppler radar out the airport. The rain from this morning is long gone, but I want to go down into Alabama and Georgia because we got the NASCAR race going on this weekend down at Talladega. They've already canceled the nationwide race today. You can see that the storms that moved through Talladega. Again, the racetrack is right up in this area. Strong storms there, and the worst are actually back to the west. In fact, this storm down here in Hancock and Harrison County, Mississippi, has got a huge hook on it. You can see the rotation right there showing up with this little appendage coming out of this storm north of Poplarville, Mississippi. Reflectivity looks impressive. Actually, that's funny. The velocity is showing more rotation up here. Probably not picking it up very well. It might actually be undershooting this a little bit from Slidell, but that is clearly a tornado warning in effect right for those areas. You can see Doppler radar indicated tornado moving northeast at 60 miles an hour. This thing's chugging along at a pretty good clip. So those are the tornadoes that we're already seeing on the ground in Mississippi, and then going back into Arkansas and up in Tennessee. But this whole area is going to blow up later today. But really concerned about these areas in Alabama right now, and the NASCAR folks down in Talladega. You're getting a little bit of a lull right now, but there's more back to the west. All this will be heading your way. Let me loop this a couple times to give you an idea. You can see the storms which are going to be marching up in your direction. So we'll keep an eye on it throughout the afternoon. Stay tuned to Twitter, and the First Warn Storm Team will keep you up to date as we go through the afternoon. We could see a passing shower storm if the sun should come out later this afternoon. Right now, looking at the visible, you can see we have some high clouds, some leftover clouds from the storms this morning. We should get some sunshine here shortly, and most of today will be okay. It's going to be tonight into tomorrow that we're going to have to worry about this mess heading our way. We'll keep you up to date and follow my tweets and let you know if anything changes.